Yo, what is up, people of YouTube? Welcome back to finally another FIFA video. I'm so glad to be bringing you guys this video. A lot of people in the comments from my past FIFA video have been asking me to make a video over what my tactics in game are and how I run the formations, whether it be for squad battles or foot champs or rivals. It's the same thing all around. I use the same formation, the same tactics in game for both squad battles and foot champs. So today I'm just gonna make a video explaining what I do in game, what my formation is, stuff like that, how we run the wings and everything like that. I hope you guys truly do enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to give a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. For more content, I do stream live on Twitch every other day over on Twitch, so I'll leave the link down below. Go check us out there. Let us know you're coming from YouTube. I would greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get right into it, boys. Alright, fellas, so here we are. This is my current team as of December, whatever today is, December 8th. This is my current team that I'm running with. I run this for both rivals and champs, obviously. I did the baby Hernandez icon, and he's actually been really good if you're thinking about doing him. I could do a player review on him if you guys are interested in that. I would more than likely be happy to do that for you guys. So let me know in the chat down below if you guys have been interested in getting him. Just don't know if you should. I'll more than be happy to do a player review on him. He's actually really good for me. I've paired him alongside Carlos Vela, the record breaker Carlitos. This card is actually really good. I know he only has 3-star weak foot, but his left foot, I think his left foot, if you're able to use him properly and you're able to get on his left foot is absolutely amazing, guys. Do not take for granted this card. He's really good. Obviously the back line consists of no meta players. I don't like using meta players. I know FIFA 21 and mainly all FIFAs, once people find the meta, that's what they stick to. They like running the meta players, and that's how it goes. As you guys can see, I have tradable Joe Gomez on my bench because I don't like using meta players. I like try to have fun with this game. And sometimes it doesn't work because I don't use meta players, because people use meta players against me. But for me to have fun with this game, I like using players that not everybody uses, and I think that's very important to stick to, especially for me. So I run Courtois as goalie with the cat. I run Eder Militao and the rule breaker denier. This card, guys, I kid you not, this card is a hidden gem. If you missed out on the chance to do him, this card is absolutely a monster. He's got the pace, he's got the strength, and he's got the defending. He's got it all, man. What an absolute monster of a center back. I love Denier. He's actually the best defense I've used all game thus far. Really love him. And then I did the Ital Europa League card. I know it's not going to get upgraded, but still, the card is decent. It's good enough to do its job, right? I could upgrade to a better right back, but for now, I have Ital, and that works. On the left back, we do have Once to Watch Alex Telles, which again, could go up. Most likely not going to go up, but he could. Regardless, he's a good left back. He's attacking minded, really good. Currently I do have left mid Tyson from Shakhtar Donetsk, which is one of my favorite teams from Europe. I have him placed at left mid because I wanted to try out the Brazilian link on the left side and see how that works. So if you guys look, you can see Alan, Fred, Eder Militao, Telles, and Tyson all being placed on the left side of the field. See how that works. It's actually worked really well for me, so I'm more than happy to use them. And then at the cam spot, we have Fred. This man here, guys, if you guys are looking for a player like Conte, who's very good defensively and could potentially be on the attack a little bit, this player here is the solution. He is the cheap Conte, one of the best midfield players in the game that are literally not worth that much. I don't think he's worth over like 3K right now. If he is, mark my words, I'm wrong. But he is literally one of the best players that I've used in the midfield. I just love using him. He's so underrated. He wins me back possession so much more than I can even imagine. He's just great. He's overall great. My striker is filled with the red Timo Werner. I love Timo. He's been doing the job. I feel like I could get upgrade. I could do an upgrade here. Just haven't been able to get a better player, find a better player there. But that's what we have to run with now. He's good. He does the job, and that's all I could ask for. Again, Luis Hernandez and Vela on the right side. We've already covered that. Now let's get into our formation and our in-game tactics. So we'll go ahead and do that now. All right, so in-game we run a 5-3-2, right? We run a 5-3-2, so a 5-back, but in-game it's not actually going to be a 5-back. In-game we're going to transition into a 3-back because Alex Telles being on the left side and Tal being on the right side, both of them are on attack. So both of them are always going to be attacking. It's going to turn into a 3-4-2 essentially. So when you're on the attack, you're going to have more help from your outside backs. Alex Telles and Natal are both going to be going up. That gives you ability to play out wide and bring it back in and play it out wide and have that possession of the ball in the midfield. So Alex Telles and Natal both will be going up. So make sure if you do want to try these tactics out, have both your left back and your right back on attack. Have them attack. Don't be afraid to let them push up. And we do have Tyson and Vela with Fred in the midfield. Up top, we have Timo Werner and Luis Hernandez as our strikers. Our tactics say for instructions of these players, we have Timo Werner on stay central. He's the man that we look for right in the middle. We also have Luis Hernandez. He's just balanced. Let him roam around wherever he wants. He's a little more agile than Timo Werner in my opinion. So I have him a little bit just, you know, free roam. He stays forward and he gets in behind. He has a little bit more pace in my opinion than Timo Werner in game. So I like using him as getting behind. Like I said, keep him up forward. Timo Werner is set at target man. So he's the one that brings the ball down to Luis Hernandez and does well like that. In the midfield, we have Tyson. Tyson is up on get forward, get into the box for crosses, and stick to position, which is the default. This is very, very important. I repeat, very important. You want your left mid and your right mid, which is Carlos Vela and Tyson in my situation. You want them both on cover wing, because this is going to help you whenever your left back and your right back go on the attack. This is going to help cover those spots that they leave and essentially bring you into a 5-back on the attack. So that when you get the counter, you still have enough defense to be able to stand firm and stand your ground in defense. So make sure both your left mid and your right mid are on cover wing. Your center midfield, which is Fred, I use him as a CDM, kind of like a box to box. And I have him on cover center. But like I said, it's very important that your left mid and your right mid are on cover wing, because they are going to need to cover the space that Alex Telles and Natal leave when they go up on the attack. Like I said earlier, we do have join the attack for Alex Telles. And on Alex Telles, I have the overlap, so he's going to make the overlap on the outside of Tyson, so he can play him on the wing. And then I have preference. This is by preference. I have join the attack on Natal, but I have inverted run on him, so that way he'll join more into the midfield and leave Vela out wide a little bit more. Just personal preference. You guys can mess with it and see whatever you like best. That's what I have for my players. And then all our center backs are just on stay back, normal default. Don't mess with any of these. Again, the goalie doesn't really matter in this game. Don't mess with any of those. Keep them, but it's very important. The key things here is to have your left back and your right back attack. Tyson and Vela, which are your left mid and your right mid, stay back and cover wings. It's going to be very important when you go on the attack, so you don't leave actually 3-back, because in game you're going to need a little bit more defense on the counter attack. For me, it's worked well. It's worked great. It's been very, very helpful to have those two midfielders come back and cover those wings. For the tactics, I do have pressure on heavy touch with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 width and 5 depth. That's 5, right? 5 depth. It's been working well for me. Like I said, that's just what I use. You guys don't have to completely use that. But I do have pressure on heavy touch. I've tried both pressure on heavy touch and pressure after possession loss. I personally think that pressure on heavy touch works a bit better than pressure of possession loss, because after possession loss, it just kind of leaves your whole team just pressuring for a straight 7 to 8 seconds. And that kind of leaves you open to counterattacks, to misplaced players. It's not the best you can do, so I highly suggest pressure on heavy touch, but again, it's preference. Whatever you desire is what you will do. Offense, I have long ball. Make sure that you have long ball on for this formation, because this formation will not work with fast buildup. It will not work with possession. It will not work with default. You have to have long ball on here, because that will get your players making the runs. Your left back and your right back will keep making the runs, and that way you can play them out wide and use them as a fourth midfielder, if that makes sense. So keep this on long ball. The width is set at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 width. I like having everybody get in the box. It just gives me more options when I'm on the attack. So players in the box is maxed out. Corners is on 4. Always have 1 guy back and 4 people in the box. Just the average that you would go for. Free kicks, I suck at free kicks, so I don't really mess with this. I just left it at 3. I'm terrible at free kicks, but that's what I use. Again, guys, these are the formations and the tactics and the instructions that I use for all squad battles, champs, and rivals. I use the same thing on all of them. All right, guys, so that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys overall can use these tactics and put them to use in your games, and let me know how they work for you. I'd really like to know. I'd like for you guys to come back in the channel, come back to this video and let me know if these tactics work for you, or if they don't, or what you need help with. I'm more than happy to do that. I'm glad that I was finally able to share these 4